Hi everybody. I wanted to jump on and do a video solely based on color correcting. So I've had so many of you asking just for this so that you don't have to watch my whole advanced hack video that I decided that it's the time. So let's talk about color correcting. What is color correcting? So many of us have been taught to just kind of use a concealer, and anywhere where you're dark or anywhere where you don't want to see, certain pigments in our skin, to just cover them up with something lighter. But the problem with that is that, as you know, if you have been highlighting and contouring already, that highlighting things and making them brighter makes them stand forward. And there are certain things that have texture, like under eye bags, or maybe some raised acne, like this guy right here that's hanging out on my lip, that we don't want to add, or moles that we don't want to add texture to. Okay, that is number one. Number two, a lot of times we don't want to add a lot of product, because if I'm adding a lot of product, like under here, that is just going to make that chicken skin that I have under here stand forward even more. And that's not fun either. Because I just really wish that I could just get rid of it altogether. And then on top of that, you don't want it settling like into creases. And if I were to just take my color corrector, and we will get all into this, but under my eye, if I just swipe all the way, like under my eye, it's kind of going to make areas that don't need to be color corrected then stand out. So let's go back a little bit. What is color correcting? What you really want to do is you want to look at the color wheel. So if you know your complementary colors, you want to look at the color that is opposite on the color wheel. So for like red, across from it is green. Across from blue is orange, and across from purple is yellow. When those two things are next to each other, they make each other more vibrant. So like if you have blue eyes and you wear like goldeny tones, it's going to make your eyes really pop. If you have green eyes, same thing with if you do like more of a red tone, that makes them pop. But when you put them on top of each other, they mute each other out. So we're going to talk about color correcting. We're going to make this easy, but the other way that you can think of what color cancels the other out, which I think makes it a little bit easier, especially if you are just starting, if you haven't memorized it. Red and green are easy, I think, because it's Christmas colors. But if you think of, let's say, what cancels out blue? Well, blue, red, and yellow are your complementary or your primary colors. So if you're looking at blue, you take your other primary colors, red and yellow, mix them together, and you have orange, and that's blue's canceler or complementary color. So may sound a little intimidating, but I promise you it's super duper easy. So that is the basics. Now, all of our colors, as you know, have like a yellow base to them. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to look super yellow on your skin, but if you have just like a slight bit of redness, some of that yellow tones is going to be enough to just kind of cancel out that red. No big deal. Now, if you have, oh, I don't know how my light just magically went on. If you have red spots, like something like this, you're going to actually want something that has some green in it to cancel it out. Or if you have something that is like rosacea or eczema, this contour color, which is called Aspen. Now, you may not be able to tell now. It's very, very light. It looks a little darker in the tin, but it has a lot of green tones to it. So if I take a little, and I love different brushes for each of these jobs, but if I take a little on the end of my multitasker and just kind of pop it just over that red spot, look at that. It's not going to add any texture because it's not going to make it stand forward. All right. It's not brighter. It is just canceling out the red, and I just lightly put it over there. And then you're not putting a whole layer all over your face. Okay. So anywhere where you may have some red spots, Aspen, look at that, is a miracle worker. Okay. Awesome. 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 If you have rosacea, again, eczema, you can take it lightly on like the end of your Best Blend Forever brush, lightly buff it in, and it's going to cancel out that redness. I also actually like to take a little in here, which actually I might do right now just to show you. because it really helps to mute the red that I get in under my eyes, right in there. And you're using a very, very little bit. Okay, we don't want to put layer and layer and layer over our face, but we just kind of want to mute those colors out. See how that worked? Still looks natural, doesn't look like I have a big brown spot or a big olive spot. Just kind of toned down that redness. I have redness out here because my eyes water a lot, and Aspen really helps with that, although I got like next to none on my brush there. And it just is like a miracle worker for that redness. I don't know if you can see. Okay, Aspen, red. Now, if you have a lot of blues underneath of your eyes or anywhere like maybe a vein that you want to cover or something like that, you're going to want to use orange. So I highly recommend the color Mango. It is, of course, now I'm not going to know where in the world I put it. Oh, silly me. It is awesome, awesome, awesome for canceling out any blues. Okay, so if you have like a lot of blue under your eye, which I don't know how well I'd be able to show you right now anyway, because I have more of purples, but Mango is awesome for that. If you're very fair, oh, found it. If you're very fair-skinned, here's Mango. See how it's got a little bit more orange? If you're very fair-skinned, you could probably even use amber for this. But anywhere where you have, if you just have blue, like I tend to get a little bit more blue down in here. If you have more blue all under your eyes, or again, a vein or something like that, use Mango. And I really recommend using the multitasker brush. Okay, because then you can get in there. And look at that. See how it's like just starting to look like a little bit more natural, but I really haven't put on that much product, right? Okay. Mango is also great, like I said, if you had veins, whatever. And if just under your eye is mainly one color, you can just put on that one color on your multitasker brush. Like I use two just to show you how it cancels each other out, how each tone gets canceled out. But it really does, it's not like necessary for you to have 500 colors if you just have one color under your eye. Moles, actually, also, I really love the color Mango. So Mango is awesome for this, especially when I'm a little bit more tan. Really, for browns, I highly suggest more of a pinky color, like Petal. So Petal, which looks like, where in the world is my big compact, is a very, very light pink. I swear it just like jumped off of my desk and disappeared. It's a very, very super light pink color. You can do this with Frenchie also. So let me show you with Frenchie. Most of like brown tones on your skin and like moles or melasma or anything like that, actually what it is, it's more of green pigments on top of your skin, just mixed with like the yellow pigments in your skin, or like actually really, really small like black pigments. So a light color like Petal, if your melasma or moles are light, or like a little bit darker of a light pink, if that makes any sense, like Frenchie, are going to be great for that brown. Okay, because that pink color, like I said, like Christmas, that pink color is going to cancel out the browns, and it's just going to tone it down. So now you can see I got a little bit of that pink in where I don't necessarily have melasma. So that's why it made my skin a little pink there. But it is just going to tone that down. And then when you put your makeup on over top, your skin tone is going to be, and look how it makes it just like more vibrant. Your skin tone is going to be more even underneath so that your makeup applies more evenly. Because if you just put like a light color all over your face, well, if you're putting just a light color over your melasma, this is going to get lighter and this is going to get lighter, but there's still going to be the same like variation. You're still going to tell that this is a darker lighter, if that makes sense, and this is a lighter lighter. So that is a great tip. I would suggest definitely starting with Petal. unless it's like I said, like really dark melasma. Okay, now let's talk purples. If you want to cancel out purple, which I have more of like towards here, see this line, bag line under my eye, you want to use a yellow tone because that's what's going to cancel that puppy out, like sunlit. Okay, and again, I don't know where in the world, oh, my colors just disappeared. Like sunlit. Sunlit is great for that. So let's use just a little bit just in that purple area. And again, I'm using my multitasker. And anywhere where I have a little bit of purple. I mean, look at that. Do you see the difference between this side right here? Crazy. Okay. And this side, and this side right here. I mean, it's like it's gone. Like my bag line is gone. I could probably take a little bit further out here because when I turn, I don't want to see it out here either. But look at that. This is like not a light trick, like a light trick. This is a color trick. And again, this may be, like I said, more advanced. This is definitely just for people who are trying to color correct certain areas. But that yellow is going to take out anywhere where I'm a little bit purple. And I mean, I could do this all over my face and just lightly color correct spots if I don't want to like put a lot of makeup on one day. Just go in and spot correct the spots that are colors that I don't want to show. And that's it. Okay. Now, if you want to get a little bit more crazy and really even out your skin tone, you can go ahead and put like your makeup on over top of that, your highlight and contour. But like, look at that. Do you see the difference under my eyes without really anything, and even up in here, except for color correcting? So it is pretty cool. I actually also really like this, the eyeshadow everything brush. Make sure it's clean. But if you have like a larger area that has a lot of like purples or whatever, so I'm just taking a little bit of sunlit right now because I get a little bit more purple under my eyes. I don't want a lot because I don't want to cake it on and add texture, but I just put a little on the end of my brush and just lightly swirl that sunlit in over just those purple areas. Okay, if you have freckles that you want covered, I suggest Petal also is great for something like that, or maybe even Frenchie again if you're a little bit darker. But this is just color correcting 101. So if you have something specific that you are looking to cover up, let me know. I am happy to help you. It's like magic. It's just really that easy. I mean, I can even go in now, go in over my freckles, lightly buff a little bit of Frenchie over my freckles, kind of even out that brownie green tone of my freckles with the pinkness. Oh, shouldn't have got it up there. That's fine. And it's just going to make it more of an even tone. So, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to suggest a specific color for you to color correct your face. But how stinking easy was that? And it does not even look like I have a lot of makeup on. My skin just looks way more even. All right. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I hope that helped all of you who were looking for something to color correct. Now, of course, I just want to go through and like color correct all the things. I tend to get, for whatever reason, also some redness underneath of my nose, like right through there. So again, if you're looking to color correct redness, you might want to pop in just a little bit of Aspen. See that? I mean, it like blows my mind. A little bit of Aspen right in here. And it's just going to take away that excess red that I get under my nose. I could actually probably do that over the middle of my nose too. Super simple. All right. Just get out your color wheel or just ask me what colors you need and I'm happy to help. Bye guys.